And what's going on, Braves fans, baseball fans, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Welcome to our second episode of Tomahawk Chop TALK Live. Yes, we did one back in November, and now we're here in December for month 2 of the baseball offseason, and it's been a very busy month since we last talked. So we have a lot of slides to look at. What's going on, Maverick? Appreciate Maverick. He helped me out big time on the slides and stuff. So kudos to him, Maverick. And most of you guys know Maverick in here already. But if you want Maverick for the replayers, if you want to hit your link in the chat and your Twitter as well, you can go ahead and do that too. What's going on, Triton, Maverick? What's going on, Kenneth Clark, Lenny? What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you too. Who else we got here? Who else? We got Andrew. Andrew Ford says, we want Dansby. We all want Dansby, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. Andrew says Noah Syndergaard to the Dodgers. Yes, we added that to our list. That was going to be the first one that I see that I was going to say. But welcome in, Kenneth Clark. Everybody, welcome in, Triton. And thank you guys for being here today. Hopefully we'll have some more friends here pop in here a little bit. But welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. I just want a nice, warm baseball weather. Yeah, me too. That would be nice. And there's Maverick's channel. Most of y'all already know Maverick, but for the replayers, if you're just watching, go ahead and click on that in the chat there and check out Maverick. He does a great job on his stuff. So when we left us, I think Tyler Matzik signed a contract for the Braves, and of course he's on Tommy John. So now he won't be helping out at all this year, but next year, the following year, hopefully we can get him back into the stuff. But it's been a busy month in the Major League Baseball, as you can see on the screen right here. A bunch of signed free agents, 10 million plus average annual value for all these guys. And we're going to go over some of them in our slides here and just talk about different things. So make sure you hit that like button as well as you come in. We'd love to just get that up here. I'm not expecting big likes on this, just an hour-long stream. But our second installment of Tomahawk Chop Talk Live. So I hope you guys, how is everybody doing? What's the consensus so far on the Braves offseason? Would you give it an A, B, C, D? Let me see in the chat. What do you think? An A, B, C, or D on AA's job so far, doing what he's been doing? Of course, the big question is Dansby coming back to us? But make sure you're just chopping in. Make sure you say hello as well. If you're new and you just found us on YouTube, we'd love for you to, and all our Braves fans, hopefully they'll come back here and watch it as well. So far, Maverick says it's been a C. I'll give it a, without Dansby, I'll give it a B minus. You got D, maybe even lower, a low C, Andrew says. Yeah, so a lot of people are disappointed. Of course, when I had on the thumbnail, the one that has the X through it was Carlos Correa. And then, of course, the news broke last night that he signed with the Giants. So I had to put an X through that one. The other two on there, one's not a shortstop. One's Reynolds from the Pirates. There's a big talk still that he might be traded to the Braves. So I went ahead and put him on there. And then Adam Thiem's the shortstop for Milwaukee. But a lot of people thought, is he going to be traded? Now they already did a trade with Milwaukee. Why would they do another trade? But a lot of people thought that Thiem's would be added to that list with the loss of Contreras. But we'll get into all the Braves stuff here. I'll give the Rangers a C. C minus. Awesome, Chad. Welcome into the stream. So it's all that money they spent on DeGrom. Hopefully a lot of people say that he's not going to make it through the first month of the season. So same thing with Verlander. We'll get to that here in a second when we talk about his slides. So we're going to put up some slides on, maybe some of y'all already know what's happened with some of these, but we'll talk about each individual one. And there's a phone number. There's someone calling. So here we go. We're going to check out our first slide of the night. And the first slide was way back about a month ago, was Hunter Renfroe signed with the Anaheim Angels, the dying Anaheim Angels. Of course, they spent all that money, that one-year contract on Ohtani. And, of course, they get Ohtani, and then they also have Trout still, so with his ridiculous contract. But Hunter Renfroe, outfielder, he signs with the Angels. And so that'll hopefully help, since they lost a lot of their outfield during the trade deadline. Of course, Marsh and then went to as well. But thankfully, the one Angel that we got in that trade deadline or that free agent signing was our what's his name? I can't think of his name. The reliever. Help me out, chat. What's his name? Our awesome guy. What's his name? I can't think of it. What's up? Don't do it, Hunter. Suzanne says, don't do it, Hunter Renfroe. Well, he already did it. So signed with the A's, the Angels. It's time to trade that bum away because D-Train is probably going to be the DH every day. Yes, that's right. The AA's not done yet, but definitely we'll get to the Braves stuff. And so the next one up on our slide is Jacob deGrom. And let me bring my this off here so we can see. So Jacob deGrom, Chad, as you're a Texas Rangers fan, he agreed to a 5-year deal, $185 million with the Rangers. Crazy. Iglesias. No, what was his other guy? The other reliever. We have Iglesias, yes, but who was the other guy we got back from the Angels? We traded him away to get Iglesias, and then we got him back. What was his name? I can't even think of it. I can't remember his name. But anyway, so Jacob deGrom finally out of the NL East. We don't have to face him all the time anymore. He's over there in the American League. Let the American League people deal with it. And watch us have to play the Rangers this year. But that's nuts. Isn't it ridiculous? A 5-year deal, $185 million for Jacob deGrom. A lot of people say he's going to be out after the first month with injuries. Chavez, that's it. Jesse Chavez, yes. So Jesse Chavez, definitely our beast reliever, coming in clutch all the time. So there's Jacob deGrom. Thank God he's out of the NL East. So there's that one. See, our next slide here is Aaron Judge. Everybody didn't know where Aaron Judge, yes, Jesse Chavez, thank you, Maverick. Everybody didn't know where Aaron Judge was going to go. Where was he going to go? What was he going to do? And people were talking he was going to go to San Diego. San Diego offered a whole bunch of money for him. And then he ended up signing back with the Yankees. So he's back. Aaron Judge, a Yankee again. Hopefully he can try to go after his record from the year before. And hopefully we'll see what happens there. So Aaron Judge, he'll keep on doing his thing in New York, and then we'll go from there. Our next slide is Wilson Contreras. Yes, our brother of our man. What's up, John? Rangers would be lucky if deGrom pitches 2 out of the 5 seasons. Exactly, right? A lot of people were talking about how he is just going to be hurt and all that. But anyway, Wilson Contreras, probably one of the happiest free agent moves of the whole entire offseason so far. Wilson Contreras, our C-Train, Contreras' brother, is now in a 5-year deal, $87.5 million with the Cardinals. He fills in for their catcher. What up? What's going on, man? What's going on, John? He fills in for his for the retiring Molina, and hopefully he has big shoes to fill. But he stays in the Central, which is kind of weird. He goes against the Cubs, and he'll be going against his brother as well. More of that come here in when they go to Milwaukee. So the Contreras brothers will be playing against each other again a lot. So that's pretty cool. But I hope he does well. Adam Wainwright did come back. So Wainwright's back with the Cardinals and Wilson Contreras. So that's a 1-2 punch right there. But amazing to see him off. Hit the thumbs up. We'll see if we can get to 20. We can get done with 20 right here. That would be pretty nice. But we'll see how we do. I'm not really too worried about the likes. But so there's Wilson Contreras, big time meal, $87.5 million deal. That's crazy. Our next slide is Sean Manena. He used to be an Oakland A, signing a 2-year deal with the Giants. The Giants having a great offseason. We get to some other ones coming up here. They end up signing Joctober back. We were thinking about having him back on the team, and but on the Braves, but did not happen. But 2-year, $25 million deal with the Giants, so he'll be in the pitching in the bullpen there in the starting rotation. So former A's, save the Braves stuff for later in the show. Yes, we're doing that, Kenneth. We're gonna get to all these, and then we'll talk Braves and talk what I think. We'll talk a bunch of stuff. Maybe we'll get some more people in here too, our Braves fans. So here we go. Mets signed Cody. I hope I'm saying this right. Senga. He is the next Shohei Ohtani. That's what I was told. He's the next two-way player. He'll be pitching and he'll be playing DH, but he's the next phenom. So the Mets get a scary player in the bullpen. And that's what I was told. I'm not too sure of that, chat. If you have any information, Maverick, if you got any information on that, please let me know on that for sure. But yes, so he is the two-way player for the Mets now. Let's go fucking Mets. Right. Let's go Mets, John says. There you go. My man, John. So let's see here. Our next slide here. Cubs signed Jameson Talento, I think that's Talion, to a 4-year, $68 million deal. Former Yankees pitcher, and now he is going to the Cubs. So a little help in the rotation there for the Cubs. And so he leaves the Yankees for the Cubs for a 4-year, $68 million deal. Crazy. Cody Bellinger, we all thought maybe he was coming to Atlanta. We all thought he was coming here. And we thought, man, it would be nice. There's our outfield, right? The Braves, there's our left fielder, Cody Bellinger. 1 year, $17.5 million deal with the Cubs. He struck out a lot for that $17.5 million with the Dodgers. So, yes, Senga is a two-way hitter. He signed a 5-year deal with the Mets. That's crazy. Yeah, Maverick. So, we'll have to face him, the next Ohtani. They call him the next Ohtani, so I'm not too sure about that. We'll see how it gets into the deep there. So just welcome in everybody that's just coming in. Hope you're doing a good night tonight, a good Wednesday night. Our second episode of Tomahawk Chop TALK Live. We had one prior to that last November, and we talked about some off-season moves and stuff. So we're getting into it here, going down the list on who else did what and where. So there was then one of the shortstops went. Bogarts went to the Padres, 11-year deal, $280 million, 11 years. That's a long time. I think that he'll. The problem is now, where does Tatis go? Do they trade Tatis when he comes back? What happens with him? A reporter asked Bogarts in the video, and he was like, "So where do you want to play outfield?" And he was like, "No, I play shortstop." And he's like, "Well, okay." So it was kind of an odd, weird press conference, but they were like, "Do you play left field? Do you play outfield?" And they're like, "No, I play shortstop, and that's it." So I think that Bogarts. That's going to be an interesting deal there for 11 time. You will flip your lid coming up, guys, on the next few slides. That's right. Crazy stuff coming up here. But Bogarts, 11-year deal. That's a lot. He'll be like 30-some years old when it's over. So there's Bogarts. So the one shortstop's done. He's gone. And then Philly signed Taijuan Walker. The Braves own this kid. Like every time we went up against him, we were dominant on them. So he's still in the NL East. That's a good thing. He signs a 4-year, $72 million deal with the Phillies. Phillies had an amazing offseason, and that's where they're at. The Phillies are getting that. They're trying to catch up with the Braves and where we're at. Everybody's trying to catch up with the Braves and where we're at. That's why you see all these powerhouse teams, you know. But AA did it right. They spent all this money on all these people. We did not. So then the Mets signed David Robertson to a 1-year deal. Now, he's the closer in Philly. He was the closer in Chicago. But now he is now in New York. So the problem is, I guess he's their setup guy, right? Because Diaz is the closer. They signed Diaz, right? The last time I saw, I thought that they had signed Diaz again. Mets signed David Robertson to a 1-year, $10 million deal. We have no prospects. That's true. That's true. Everybody is up, right? Everybody that AAA last year was horrible. That's why we were pulling them from them AA. But now those two guys are in the majors, so we really don't have any prospects. You're correct, Andrew. And we got rid of a bunch during the last trade. We still have a few prospects, Maverick says. But yeah, so David Robertson, he was a good closer. Now I guess he's going to be the setup guy for New York. So there's that one. All right, next slide here. Trey Turner, the next shortstop to go off the market. I think he was the first one to go off the market, but he signs another 11-year deal, $300 million, which kind of affects Dansby a lot because he really wants some of that too. So let me move this back over here. Here we go. Trey Turner, another shortstop from the Dodgers, and he is now in Philly. So what a lineup for Philadelphia, though. It was like, Mets signed Diaz. I hope we trade for his brother. See, I told you guys you would flip your lid. That's right. So Trey Turner, 11-year deal, $300 million. And, all this money on these shortstops just makes Dansby probably want more money, which, the Braves are not going to do that. They're not going to spend all that money. So, but I think that was the missing piece for Philly. Now, that was really their only missing piece. Everybody else played their part in the lineup. And then Mets signed the Cardinals pitcher Jose Quinta to a 2-year, $26 million deal. So he moves to New York. So the bullpen, the rotation now for the Mets looks a whole lot different than it did back in last year. So the Braves will be having to face this guy. He was really dominant in St. Louis as well. And then Brandon Nimmo, he killed us a couple times in the Braves games down the stretch there. Nimmo with the home runs and RBIs and all that stuff. But Mets signed Brandon Nimmo to an 8-year, $162 million deal. What's going on, Frederick Wright? Wait, what's going on, dude? How's the things in the ATL? We're talking Braves baseball. I don't know how big of a Braves fan you are, but I know you're in the ATL. What's going on, Frederick, man? You're so cool, dude. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here. So Mets signing Brandon Nimmo to an 8-year deal, $160 million. Mets spending some money in this offseason. They don't want to miss the World Series again. They don't want to. That's good. Good to see. Oh, here we go. Breaking news. Free agent right-hander Michael Lorenz in agreement with the Tigers on a 1-year, $8.5 million contract pending a physical. Chance to earn total of $10 million with incentive. There you go. I don't remember him being a big guy pitcher. Is he a pitcher, right? Is he a pitcher or right-handed pitcher? Yeah. So there's breaking news on Maverick. He's always on it with the Twitter, and he's on it there. Thank you, Maverick, for the breaking news. And then the Mets sign another. Like I said, they spent a lot of money. John, you guys are probably empty in the bank right now. So Justin Verlander won the World Series with the Astros, and he signs a 2-year, $86 million deal. Another pitcher that they say will only last one of the 2 years, or even one of the 2 months of the first of the season. He'll get hurt. He got paid, so he's not really out to impress anybody. Mets ain't done, John says. Mets ain't done. And Mets aren't done. So Justin Verlander, the World Series champ, moves over to the Mets, takes over that DeGrom slot. And like I said, the pitching looks totally different than before. Yep. Empty in the bank. Empty in the bank. And then Kenley Jansen. Oh, Kenley. You gave us a heart attack a couple nights, especially there when we played the Mets that one time. Probably one of the biggest streams I ever had. Mets Braves, like 6,000 views. Kenley Jansen signs a 2-year deal with the Red Sox. Red Sox fans, I'm sorry, you'll have a heartache. Suspense every game when he's on the mound. But Red Sox signing Kenley Jansen to a 2-year, $32 million deal. Here, the new Braves catcher. Yep, we got it. We will be talking about it here in just a minute here, Kenneth. And then let's see here. Next is the big news that dropped last night. The one of the last available shortstops. I had to change the thumbnail for it. What's going on, D? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. The San Francisco Giants and Carlos Correa are in agreement on a 13-year, $350 million deal. 13 years. What is the deal with all these leagues? Press conference today. Yes, I saw that. Stephen Cohen is the richest owner in baseball. His bank account is not empty. John, I'm just messing. But yeah, so Carlos Correa, 13-year deal for the Giants. So he'll step in there at the shortstop and fill in just fine. Thought the Braves were going to get him, but I knew we weren't spending that much money on him. That's totally ridiculous. So that's another thing that just adds the ante up to Dansby Swanson. He sees all these shortstops that are pretty good signing for these big contracts, and now we have this. So Carlos Correa gone to the Giants. So all the shortstops, all the big-time shortstops are gone. The free agents are gone, except Dansby. And then Atlanta Braves acquired Joe Jimenez and cash considerations from the Detroit Tigers in exchange for Justin Henry Malloy. A lot of people were upset about this trade. A lot of people said that they didn't want to see Malloy go. And left-handed pitcher Jake Higginbotham. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe he was a farm guy. But Jimenez pitched 62 games for the Tigers last season, going 3-2 at 3.49 ERA and 2 saves while striking out 77 batters and issuing just 13 walks. His 12.23 strikeouts per 9.0 innings ranked 5th in the American League among pitchers and at least 50 innings, and his 1.4 WAR for the season a match to higher career high. So they said he'll be in the bullpen. He will not be starting. He'll definitely be in the bullpen. So that's what I was hearing, that Jimenez will be in the bullpen, not a starter for us. So got to sign Dansby. You're right, D. Unfortunately, some of the stuff I'm about to show you might be the writing on the wall. And then, so welcome to the A. Welcome to the A. There's our one of our newest Braves signed. Thank you for being here. Hope you do well in our bullpen because we sure need help in the bullpen. I dislike this trade. It's his last year of his contract, so yeah, so he'll be gone. Can Dansby play third? No, why would that? Riley's there, so but Riley can play first base. So, but we got Matt Olson, so that doesn't work either. So there's him. Welcome to the A, Joe. Then the big trade that came out this week, 3 teams in a 3-way trade. Braves get Sean Murphy, the phenom catcher from Oakland. The Brewers get William Contreras, C-Train, Yeager from Atlanta, right-handed pitcher from Oakland. And the A's get Mueller, Pena, and our right-handed prospect Tarnock from the Atlanta Braves, and Ruiz, the outfielder from Milwaukee. A lot of people say that Milwaukee racked on this trade, and we didn't get squat other than Murphy. They said we should have got a shortstop. And so that's what this big trade happened this week. And that fact means William Contreras, C-Train, it was nice knowing you, buddy. And let's do it one last time. Let's see if it works. Redeem William. Let's see if it works. Let's see. Dansby would look good in a Mets jersey playing third. I see where you're going with that, John. Maybe that's not it. I don't think it's working. Oh, well. But anyway, C-Train, thank you so much for all the fun. And we are going to hate playing against you. Luckily, we're not playing with you. But we got 3 roster locks. Yeah, true. But we get Sean Murphy. Now, talking about Sean Murphy and William Contreras, they say Sean Murphy's got the best, other than JT Realmuto from the Phillies, the best pop-up time to second base. What's going on, Reteam Murph? What's going on, Nicholas? Welcome in to the stream. Thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do. We'll just see if we can get to 20. That would be nice if we get to 20 likes. Trading for Murphy was a steal for you guys. Yeah, so there's William Contreras. So everybody say so long to C-Train. It was nice knowing you, buddy. It was loving seeing you clutch hit all the time and come through on all those big games. And C-Train, thank you, sir. Go easy on us when we play you. So let me get that slide done. And then there is Sean Murphy, traded to the Atlanta Braves. Welcome, Sean Murphy. We'll have to come up with a nickname for the Murph. I guess we just call him the Murph. Anybody else get any ideas what we can call Sean Murphy? Hate to see C-Train go. That's right, D. So long, C-Train. We'll miss you. That's right. So long, C-Train. So Sean Murphy traded from the Oakland A's in a 3-way trade. He is our everyday catcher. They said that, him and D-Train will get in there. What's going on, JRH? Welcome in as well. D-Train will also, come back and forth too as well. So I think that Murphy and D-Train will do the same thing as Contreras and D-Train did. C-Train and D-Train did throughout the season. Took turns at DH. But a lot of people say you're going to see Sean Murphy behind the plate every day. Brianna Torres, Phillies, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. So 3 more likes to 20. Make sure you're hitting that like button as you come in. I would appreciate you guys hitting it for me. So shouldn't count out the incumbent hometown Braves. Belief is he wanted to go back Braves. Very stealthy. Nice. So he could have a career year, right? Maverick could have a huge year. Homers, RBIs, we need that. Looks like he might be batting like where would you bat Murphy? So of course you got Acuna, right? You got Albies, you got Riley, Olsen. Do you put Murphy in the 5th hole? Do you put Murphy in the hole? Murphy is a better defensive catcher. Yeah, and I mean a couple times, Contreras, he let the ball go behind him on wild pitches and stuff like that. But yeah, so where would you bat Murphy 5th in the lineup? You would say, like I said, Acuna, Albies, 7th hole? You say 7th. So who would be in the 5th hole then? Darno, and then Harris, and then Murphy. So Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olsen, Darno, Harris, Murphy, and then whoever our left fielder is going to be. And then whoever our shortstop is going to be, right? Depends on who our shortstop's going to be. Murphy can be a solid hitter as well, too. Keep in mind he played at a terrible hitter ballpark and had no hitter protecting him. True, but also Matt Olson played there, and he hit homers left and right out of that place. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So it comes down to the question, now that we have Sean Murphy, what happens to Dansby?
Backs dealing the #1 pick overall, Dansby Swanson.
They gave up tremendous long-term value.
Swanson to first. The Braves are world champion.
Is Swanson the best shortstop in the upcoming free agent class?
Dansby Swanson, 3rd straight game against the Mets with a homer.
You talk about a confident cat, Dansby Swanson.
And a diving catch it short. What a play by Dansby.
This is one of the hardest working players in all of baseball.
So, there's the Dansby Swanson saga continues. What happens? Do we give this kid the everyday shortstop down the field every day? Do we let him play? Do we save our money? What happens? So, the kid, what happens to him? Should be interesting down the stretch. What do you guys think? JL, let Dansby go. He's not worth 140 plus. Exactly. I'd love for him to be here, but we need a left fielder while we are doing stuff. Ozuna and Rosario, no thank you out there. I don't trust them. Me neither. I don't trust him either. Rosario strikes out too much, and of course Ozuna's just a bum. So this right here. I saw this on Twitter the other day. I don't know if Maverick, you saw this, but check out this tweet that I saw. Comes from Justin Toscano. I'm not sure who that is. Last month, after Vaughn Grissom had gone to work out with Ron Washington, and you know how everybody trusts Ron Washington, the coach called Alex AA to rave about Grissom. AA said, Washington seems to really believe in Grissom. I was surprised because Wash isn't the type to rave. So, do you think we're just going to go with the kid? It's going to be interesting to see what happens here in the next couple days. Which begs the question, why let Malloy go? Maybe another trade for a left fielder. I don't know. We'll see. The Bum D says, yeah, I seen that tweet myself. Yeah, so that makes you think, like, what the heck is going on here? You know, I think that. But the question is, if they thought that he had talent, if they thought the kid Grissom had talent, why would they not let him play much in the playoff game, which they did not? They did not at all. And I want a left fielder. Me too. And that's why I also had Reynolds there on the thumbnail as well from Pittsburgh. I just looked at our fourth best prospect is a shortstop and is expected to be in the MLB this season. So you think they're going to let the kid do his thing, and then if he doesn't survive, then the shortstop comes in and does his thing. We could use the fourth best prospect that we have, and he's a shortstop. But is he guaranteed, right? I mean, Grissom at least has done something, right? So Grissom at least showed some type of thought to get there and do his thing. But I don't know. It should be interesting to see what happens. Who else can we get? So we got 3 more to 20. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do. That'll be our goal for the big show, 20 likes. And we'll probably be cutting this in about 24 minutes. We'll be done after this. But love to see y'all's outtake. I think about Murphy. Do you think what else is going to happen in the major leagues? There's a lot of other guys that still haven't signed yet. Congratulations, Swanson getting married. Yeah, did y'all see the picture I posted on my community spot? The Maverick also tweeted. I posted on my community section on my YouTube channel. All the Braves went to Dansby's wedding and had a nice big picture together. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see if I can find that. That was an outstanding picture. So let's see here if I can get that. Murphy is a great defensive catcher. Yes, and that's what they say, that it was a great deal to get him, even though losing C-Train. But you also got to think, though, C-Train is a good baseball player, and eventually he's not going to want to just be DH or catcher every other game. He wants a full-time gig, right? And why would he not? So you had to see the writing on the wall. A lot of people think we're going to trade d'Arnaud, but not this year. What's up, Purple Queen? What's going on? We just talked about your Mets and what they were doing. So here's the shot of Dansby's wedding shot. World Series crew was talked about, and you can see all that stuff in my community section on my YouTube channel. But there they are all together after Dansby got married and had them all together. Murphy is a hero of the offseason trade so far. So until this news breaks, whoever Dansby goes to, a lot of Braves fans are going to be shocked. Was that Dansby's possible saying goodbye to the players? One last hurrah, having a good time. I'm glad you guys are here. Spend one more time with y'all, but I'm out, But like Nicholas was saying, he's not worth $140 million. He has his bad days. He has his 0 for 4 strikeout nights. He has his days of homers, his RBIs, great defensive play. But also there's that bad side of Dansby as well. So I don't know. Time will tell what AA's up to. But there was also talking about that kid, like I said, at shortstop at Milwaukee, Thames. Does he somehow get here in a trade? But I don't think that we'll get rid of d'Arnaud because we don't have another catcher that's good. And was that Dansby's? Yeah. So there's our 20th like. Thank you so much for the likes. There's our 20th like. That'll be our goal. Got up to 20. That's fun. Sounds fun. So what do you guys, Adames? What did I say? Themes? Yeah, Adames. That's right. Thank you, Maverick. Horrible with names. But yeah, I had Korea on the thumbnail and I had to cross him out ever since the news. So I don't know who else we could get. Who do you guys think could be a possible shortstop for us other than Grissom or this prospect or Dansby. Who else do you think? Adamas. Horrible with names. Who do you think? Who do you guys think? What are y'all's opinions on these things? Toscano is cool. Pofar, yeah. Pofar, he could be a good, but he's not dominant like Dansby would. I would take Dansby over Pofar, but he works for the Atlanta Constitution paper. Who does? Toscano? I don't know who that is. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But so we still have the Ozuna on our team, Rosario on our team. They were talking about maybe signing, if we couldn't find anybody in the left fielder, definitely who was our left fielder that got hurt last year. He's a cheaper than Dansby. True that, Andrew. What was his name? The left fielder, and he got hurt last year. He came back. He got cut, and then he came back. Oh, my God. Names are just dropping me. He could possibly come back. Someone help me on that name. Oh, man. He was our left fielder. Maybe trade for Danny Medic from the White Sox. I saw that name as well on the talk for the shortstop thing. So get rid of Ozuna and get us a shortstop. And at least if he doesn't do well, we at least got Grissom, Duvall. There we go. Thank you, Andrew. I could not think of it. So yeah, Adam Duvall, always a beast. Rosario, Ozuna, and Duvall. So always a beast. Homers, RBIs, clutch. Had a couple walk-off home runs. So definitely. Did Benetti sign somewhere or however you spell it? Let me see if I can look that up. Maverick, do you know the information on that either? Maverick's always watching Twitter. So, Andrew Benetti. Let's see here. I don't think so. Let's see, Andrew Benetti ends up with, no, he still hasn't been signed yet. Not yet. And then I just saw this on Twitter. In 2019, if everything since 2019 had gone perfectly, this could have been the Red Sox 2023 lineup. If the Red Sox never got rid of anybody, Mookie Betts, Rafael Devers, Bogarts, J.D. Martinez, Kyle Schwarber, Trevor Story, Hunter Renfroe, Christian Vasquez, and Andrew Benedetti. What a lineup that would have been, to be dominant, right? All these guys not sticking around. He's better than Ozuna and Rosario. I think Rosario has his moments. He has his good time moments, but he strikes out a lot as well. But Duvall is more always loyal, always comes back, and he's always there when they need them, right? Man, there's a lot of talk about Duvall being our left fielder next year, starting left fielder with Harris and Acuna and Wright. Duvall, and then, but I mean, be a shame if they don't get rid of Ozuna and we got to deal with him the rest of the year. But coming up here next month, we'll do another Tomahawk Chop Talk live with all new. Hopefully, we're talking about Dansby Swanson as our shortstop and how he figured it out. He is such a nice guy, and he's clutch, and he comes through when he needs to be, right? So, 21 likes. Thank you guys for that. So, episode 2. Any shocks of why? What do you think about the Mets moves, the Phillies moves? What do you think about anybody that signed and those questions right there? What do you think about any of the? Could Arcia play shortstop? Good question. And Arcia did pretty well in the World Tournaments or Series Tournaments or whatever they call them. He had a homer. He had just won just like Acuna did. So they said he did pretty well. Ozuna even played in the tournament. And I think he batted 200 at 45 at-bats or something like that. Benetti is 28. Seems like the age Braves seem to love. Could happen. Get rid of Ozuna for him. A one-on-one. Would he take a one-on-one Ozuna for him straight up? Would you do that? I don't think Rosario gets signed anywhere other than the Braves. I don't see any with the whole eye thing, I think it's more of a hassle or insurance, not very good insurance to have him on your team. But I wish he would just make up his mind. I wish AA would do something here and get it going, right? Kenneth Clark says Wright and Murphy was training in Nashville today. Oh, Kyle Wright and Sean Murphy. Oh, very nice. Well, it'll have to be Ozuna to be a DFA at midseason during trade deadline. That could be possible as well. But White Sox might be willing to trade away Medic. Yeah, I heard that talk too. Any news, anything on Twitter today at all on the Braves situation? Let me see here. Braves. Anything on the Braves Twitter page? A couple things. Let's talk about Fred McGriff. Congrats to Crime Dog Fred McGriff, going to the Hall of Fame. That's awesome. The Crime Dog Fred McGriff, first base. What's up, 222? Welcome into the stream as well. The problem if we DTA and no one picks him up, we have to still deal with that contract. That's right. Exactly. Ozuna the bum. That's right, D. Right. So, congrats to Fred McGriff on the Hall of Fame. That's awesome for him. Thank you for hitting that like button, 222. Appreciate you being here. We're just kind of hanging out, talking Major League Baseball free agency, if you want to rewind a little bit, if you haven't caught up on any of that yet, and just talked a little bit of Braves stuff going on in the farm. So, Crime Dog, that's right. It was good. Congratulations to Crime Dog. Hall of Fame, Fred McGriff. Who else would you like to see hit the Hall of Fame in those days behind in the Hall of Fame that has not made it yet in those 90s days? Isn't this Ozuna's last year? I think so. McGriff, oh man, I did a play with him on Sega World Series 94. 222. That's funny. Redeem Amigos. See if it works, Triton. Maybe. I had the redeems on. There it is, but it doesn't pop up. That sucks. Might be unpopular, but looking at his numbers, Schilling should be in. Oh, Kurt Schilling, yeah, for sure. That would be definitely a good call right there. Who else? Who else would you pick as a Hall of Famer on the Braves? Let's stick to Braves. Who has that you think should get it? Andrew Jones, Hall of Fame for the Braves. Yeah, Andrew Jones. That would be a good one. He's not in the Hall of... he's not there yet. So that would be a good one. Who else would you pick that deserves it? Who else do you think would pick to deserve the Hall of Fame for the Braves down the stretch? Let's see. I'm going to type in someone to see. I don't want to act like I know who's in here. Let's see. So Tom Glavine was in 2014. Let's see who else. See if he. So Marquise Grissom, Javi Lopez. So I just typed in Marquise Grissom. Marquise Grissom is next eligible for the Hall of Fame via Contemporary Baseball ERA Committee in 2023. So Marquise Grissom could be our next Atlanta Brave. All right, his numbers aren't Hall of Fame, but I don't care. Javi Lopez, yeah, that's a good one. An amazing catcher for that, for sure. Who else? Maybe the Braves get a Christmas trade. Wouldn't that be something? Let's see who. Let's type in available free agents MLB. Let's see who it is. So Carlos Rodon. Yeah, where do you think Carlos Rodon's going to go? He has not signed yet either, and he's asking for a ridiculous amount. Carlos Rodon is the next big pitcher that has not. Oh, I got one. Okay, who you got, Nicholas? Steve Avery, John Rocket, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Chipper Jones. Chipper's not in the Hall of Fame yet? I didn't know that. Why did I think he was? But yeah, so Carlos Rodon is the next big pitcher. Leo Mazzoni, yeah, that would be a good one. I know, Smoltz, that's right, 222. I know some of y'all watch Tyler Huntley and on Off the Wall with Tyler Huntley. I watch him. Tyler Hunt, what's his name? Tyler, he's a Braves guy. He does YouTube stuff as well. What's his name? Tyler something. I know, Nicholas, I see you in there a lot. Jameson sometimes too. Maverick's in there as well. What's his name? Maverick. Tyler what? Position by position. Tyler Redmond. Yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. He's actually a sportscaster on the weekends. And Triton, I got your Freeze, or was it Amigos? Yeah. Redmond, that's it. Wild Thing from the Phillies. What was his name? Oh. Hold on. We just type in Wild Thing from the Phillies. So there is a lot of free agents still available that have not signed yet. Big-time catchers. Jose Arebu signed a 3-year deal with Houston. Anthony Rizzo signed a 2-year deal with New York. November 15th, so he's back there. Mitch, it wasn't a freeze. Oh, okay. Carlos Santana signs a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh on November 29th. Second baseman. Let's see our shortstops. All right, let's look at shortstops. Mitch Williams, that's it. Yep, you're right there, Carl. That's right, Nicholas. You're right there. Yeah, that guy, Mitch Williams. Yeah, he was like crazy guy, right? So here is the available shortstops for free agents here. So Dansby Swanson, of course. Elvis Andrus. Jose Iglesias. Luis Escobar. Sorry if I am murdering some of these names. Denny Medic. Simmons, former Brave. He was a Brave before, right? Simmons. We let him go. We traded him. Gordon, D. Strange Gordon, Marwin Gonzalez, and Didi Gregorius. How about Didi? How would he do in this in the Braves lineup? Didi. He's kind of washed up though. Some more news. Mavericks get breaking news here. Wild Thing, Sean Murphy, nickname Wild Thing. You want to call him that? Wild Thing. Yeah, that'd be fun. The Brewers announced they have acquired infielder Owen Miller from the Guardians in exchange for a player to be named later. To make room for the 40-man roster, the catcher Mario Felicio is gone. Yep, well, they got their catcher, so they don't have to worry about that, right? So let's look at left fielders. Left fielders available now. Left fielders available, free agents. Joey Gallo, too old. He's 29. Andrew Benetti, you said, he's 28. Adam Duvall, he's 33. AJ Pollock, that's a good one. He has some strikeout issues as well. David Peralta. Jock Peterson accepted San Francisco, so he's out. How about Gross G-Man? How about G-Man? We don't even talk about G-Man. He's still out there. Would you like G-Man back? G-Man could come back and do his thing. AJ's 35. On here it says he's 35. Yeah, he's too old. Yeah. How about G-Man? We didn't talk about G-Man at all. And, he's been kind of quiet as well. Bring back Grossman. He was solid. You're right, Nicholas. Solid guy. And definitely could bring him back. Grossman was solid on that big trade. He did work out very well. So, and there's Profar. Now, they have him as listed as a left fielder, but I guess he's a utility player, right? So he plays shortstop as well. If you have not come in and hit the like button, make sure you do. I'd love to say hi to you if you're new. You're watching Ninja. You're just checking this out, saying, what the hell is this? My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is the channel name. We do Braves Baseball here. We'll be doing Braves Baseball again coming in the new season. If you check out my channel, you'll see that we did a lot of Braves games. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of people in here. So a lot of Braves fans in here right now. So if you're just joining us, definitely check us out. Tommy Fan, he's 35 though. Corey Dickerson's 33. I don't see anybody that would grow. G-Man though is 33. That's another problem. G-Man is 33. Profar is 30. Diaz is 30. Diaz, well, he signed a 2-year deal with Oakland. Tomahawk Chop TALK, I thought there would be drunken axe throwing. Yeah, exactly, right? Definitely. But so there's your left fielders. Nothing really to write home about. If you had your pick, it'd be Duvall and G-Man. I'd just take both of those guys. You know, both of them would be who I'd take. So I don't know. Everybody else looks pretty old. Any center fielders that could play left field? Nobody. And right fielders, not that many either. So the list. Are we doing a Christmas stream next week for us all? I don't know. We'll maybe look some Christmas lights like we did last year. Maybe drive around and do some. Is our utility man from last year still a free agent? Oh, the guy we got from Washington, was that his name? The guy we got from Washington in that trade. He's literally perfect fit. Benedetti, yeah, could happen. Bring back Charlie Clutch. That's right. Bring him back. Bring him back. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, he got hurt a couple times, but he was okay. He didn't like, but he fit in everywhere we needed to fit in, right? So he definitely did a good job with that. If you're watching Ninja, make sure you say hi and give your thoughts as well. Heredia, yeah, those two guys could be on the roster as well. Also, they were talking about with this new, I didn't know this. I didn't know if you knew this or not, but the pitchers cannot throw over to first base more than twice per batter. They can only throw. What's up, Christina G? Welcome into the stream as well. Welcome. Tanya, what about Brian Reynolds is the best thing than G-Man? G-Man was okay, but not the best than Brian. Right, Tanya? That's why I had him on the thumbnail. Maybe there's a chance we trade for him. He wants out of Pittsburgh. He does not want to be there. He's made it clear that thank you for dropping in, saying hi. Thank you for the like. I think Heredia signed in the KBO. He was close. Yeah, and he kept it together, right? Yeah, go ahead, Maverick. Go ahead and drop your link again. Maverick, he's our resident Twitter expert for the channel. He's always helping me out with stuff, and he helped me out with a lot of slides for this show. So check out Maverick. He does a great job on all sports things related with the Braves. And he'll also be doing like we did last year toward the end of the year. If the ones I'm not doing, he'll probably be calling. So depending on all our schedules and how they work, we'll all work together and make sure you guys never miss a Braves game going from there. But I don't know. I think I'd rather have G-Man. G-Man, he knows the system. He knows the guys. He knows everything. I think we should, and I think we could probably sign him for cheap, and he could be our everyday left fielder. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Heredia was our sword, right, D? If you're still here, D, doing the sword. He was the guy that created it all. So Segura can play shortstop. Yeah, he could do it as well since he's no longer needed now, right? He was in Philly, right? Segura, now that Trey Turner's there in Philadelphia, yeah, he could play too. He did pretty well. He was a Phillies, right? Segura was a Philadelphia Philly, I remember. But any thoughts and comments on anything else? We're definitely about to wrap this show up. Wanted to do at least an hour talking about stuff, and any comments or any maybe next show we might have some special guests if I can get it worked out. I tried to get Maverick live on the show, but just things were not working right with my laptop. So if Gamero got a 13-year and all that would be a birthday, is that happening? we can bring back Charlie Culberson. Yeah, right, Charlie, Clutch Charlie. That's right. Now I remember him. Tanya, if Guillermo gets a 13-year and all that will be my birthday, is that happening? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Tanya. Not sure. Maybe explain a little better. I'm not too sure. But so we'll be doing these at least once a month based on it. If there's any breaking news with Dansby, I might break in a live show wherever I'm at. We need to remember the Hank Aaron for the new year. That's right. We'll definitely be keeping that up with every 44 likes. We'll be doing that. So 44 likes for Hank Aaron. We'll definitely do that for sure. So I hope for all you guys watching on the replay, hope you enjoyed the show. And make sure you leave a comment down below on what you think about the new year and what Swanson and what you think too. I'd love for you guys. The more comments, the more likes, the more subs, everything. It helps push the thing out. Even though it's not live anymore, YouTube will do wonderful things with the algorithm. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Maverick, thank you again for all the slides. Good night. And definitely Kenneth Clark will be looking for our next stream. Make sure your notification bells are on. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Make sure you subscribe. Did we get any private subscribers today? No, we did not. So we're at 1592. So we're 8 away. We need Guillermo to come back to Atlanta and get a 13-year. Oh, 13 deal. Exactly right. Yeah, but I think he's going to have fun where he's getting paid and he's going to start every game and not be sitting in the bench just throwing around a sword. So sometimes you got to just do your thing, right? So thank you so much, D. Thank you guys. D, you want to put the sword in the chat one more time for D? And let's all say put C-Train in the chat as well. We'll wave goodbye to C-Train one last time. That'll be the last time we talk about him here on the channel unless he's playing against us. So let's do the swords in the chat real quick. Find you a sword emoji in the chat, and then also wave bye to C-Train. Say bye to C-Train. Let's do that. I could 100% see him going well in the KB. Yes, for sure. Chop, chop, chop on the Braves. That's right. Chop, chop, chop. And that's it. So swords, and see you later, C-Train. Thank you guys for everything. I will talk to you. There's our D's with the swords and the waves. See you later, C-Train. It's been fun. We've had a lot of good fun. So enjoyed it, guys. I will see you next time on Tomahawk Chop Talk Live. Good night. See y'all.